So good day everyone. This is Shana Hayan. In continuation, I will be discussing about IPRA laws, section 34 and section 35. So section 34 is the rights to indigenous knowledge systems and practices and to develop own sciences and technologies. So the ICCPs or the IPs are entitled to the recognition after full ownership and control and protection of their cultural and intellectual rights. So they have these rights to like their special measures to control, develop, and protect their science and technologies, and even their cultural manifestation. So I think this may include their traditional agricultural practices such like this crop rotation and organic farming that they developed over centuries. So even their oral traditions, literature, and designs could be protected by this law. And even their traditional medicine that they have knowledge on how to use, process, and prepare this. So let's say, for example, if a researcher wants to know about how they process or how they prepare a certain traditional medicine. So first they have to have the consent from the ICCs or IPs regarding on how they use these medicines, and if the ICCPs or the IPs will say yes, then they'll have the information about it. But if not, then they will be the researchers will respect their decisions on whatever outcome possible it is. So next is section 35, which talks about the access to biological and genetic resources. So this section states that no one can access the ICCs or the IPs um, biological and genetic resources without having their permission. When we say their genetic resources, this means that these are their plants, seeds, animals, and yeah. So they will not be accessed by other people or whosoever if they don't have the access, or they will not be permitted by the ICCs or the IPs. So let's say, for example, if a company wants to have their seeds, and the seeds of your plants are very important for them. So this company must ask first if it could be possible for them to um, uh, harvest or have their seeds, and then before, and it should be that the permission would be before uh, the the actions. So as again, like section 34, it should be permitted by the ICCs or the IPs, because if not, then it should be respected. The decisions should be respected because it is the right. They have the right for that, and if possible, if they say yes, then they should know what will happen to their resources. Um, yes, so that's it. And also the company who wants to collect their seeds should follow their customary laws before they do this collecting seeds from the ICCs or the IPs as a sign of respect to them if possible. So the goal here is to prevent exploitation and also to ensure that the ICCs or the IPs rights are respected, especially when it comes to their traditions, knowledge, and their resources within their lands or their domains. So that is the goal for this section 34 and 35. And for the question number two, yes, it is part of the article 31 and 32 of the UNDRI.
Hello everyone. I am Gabriel Bidinia, so I'm going to report about Section 36. Section 36, Sustainable Agro-Technical Development. So the state of acknowledge the right of ICCs and IPs to sustainable agro-technological development. So it will create and implement programs to support this, promote indigenous biogenetic and resource management system. So and encourage collaboration among government agencies for successful sustainable development. So in Article 29 and 41, the United Nations and other organizations will help carry out the goals of declaration by providing financial support and technical assistance. So they must also create ways to ensure that indigenous people can participate in decisions about issues that affect them. In Section 37, funds for archaeological and historical sites. So ICCs and IPs have the right to receive funds from the national government for managing and preserving their archaeological and historical sites and artifacts with financial and technical support from the national government agencies. So, in Article 39 to 11, indigenous people have the right to preserve and revitalize their cultural tradition and customs, including protecting and developing their cultural expression such as sites, artifacts, ceremonies, and arts. So, states are required to provide effective redress, including restitution for any cultural, intellectual, religious, or spiritual property taken without their informed consent or violation of their customs and law in collaboration with indigenous people.